came out with a new album today, which is Friday, entitled Queen. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but apparently she has a whole bunch of guest tracks on there. She has Foxy Brown on there, Tekashi 6ix9ine on there, a plethora of other people as well. The album cover is just her posing like 80% butt naked like she normally does all the time. She has a few things, covering her tatas and all that stuff, which is fine. I'm all for sexuality. That's cool. But, I feel like we've been getting that from her from the very beginning. So my question is this. Nicki Minaj's album is out. Why should we care if it's the same Nicki?
Well, here's the thing. Here's my thoughts on that. I like Nicki.
Okay.
To be honest. In all ways. Nicki's my Nicki.
Okay. Okay, sure.
But I mean,
the barbs.
Here's the thing.
Right.
If people liked her from the jump,
yeah,
and she's the same,
right,
then those same people should like her plus more. If she's displaying the same consistency, at least you know what you're gonna get.
Right.
So if you cared before, then you should care. You should care now. It's new music. I can't say it's improved music, but it's new music.
Right.
You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't see why you should care.
Yeah, because for me, it's it's the same aesthetic we've seen for the last few years. You're borrowing from the Asian aesthetic or what have you. You're talking about you being a bad bitch this, bad bitch that. Every man is on you know what. We get it. We get it. You're not saying anything new. So it's are you still catering to that same audience that you garnered up 8 to 10 years ago, or are you trying to aim your music towards a newer audience? Because for me, I've always said this about Nicki, and I'll be consistent to the day I die when I say this about her. When she raps, when she tries to rap, she's pretty damn good. When she puts her effort into a record, just to spit bars and what have you, she's nice. But my thing with Nicki is that she always has this hypocrisy about her where she wants to be viewed as an MC, but she'll continuously put out pop records, and she'll continuously have somewhat of a pop aesthetic. I don't mind that. If you want to be a pop star and rap, that's cool. We've had plenty of pop stars. We've had Ja Rule, we've had Flo Rida. Drake is considered a pop star. I'm all for it. I don't mind. But just be consistent with it and own it. Own your truth. You are a pop star. Yes, you have the MC element about you, but don't say that you're not a pop star, because you are, Nicki. The Marge Simpson wigs and everything like that, you're a pop star. You are the rap version of Lady Gaga when it comes to aesthetics. You have to own that. This is what you created. Now own it. And on top of that, I just don't feel like she's evolved as an artist in terms of her content and her subject matter or what have you. You're almost 40 and you're kind of going the Lil' Kim route right now, where you still think you're the overt sex symbol. But at the end of the day, you can still be a sex symbol, but what you're doing right now was what was working for you in 2010. It's not necessarily going to work for you in 2018. And we've noticed this because every time she has a single rollout or a Paris pack or whatever you want to call it, the response is very lukewarm. It's hot for a day, but then it's disposable the next. So it's you're just struggling to reach for your new fan base or your current fan base. You're just doing all this to stay relevant. And I feel like she's kind of doing a low-key version of clout chasing at this point.
Well, that's how you're right. I agree with that. But a lot of the stuff is a lot of these rappers and these pop artists or whatever, they do a lot of things these days just to stay relevant.
Right.
So I don't think she's doing anything out of the norm. But I also believe that she reached her pinnacle a few years ago. Maybe her last album was the one before that, when she had what was that? The Starships Are Made to Fly, when she was doing all that, a lot of the pop stuff.
That was 2011, I think.
When she was doing all that pop stuff, she was
you're saying she Derrick Rose herself.
No. When I'm saying she reached her pinnacle, I'm not saying she wasn't good.
Okay.
But she was at her biggest stage.
Yeah.
I don't think she could get any bigger than that doing what she does.
Right.
Unless she starts acting and doing movies and doing that kind of stuff.
Well, she ironically did, actually. Did she?
Did she?
Yeah, she's been in a couple of films. She was in the Barbershop 3 film.
She acted as herself, though.
Yeah, exactly!
I was oh, that's Nicki.
That's Nicki,
Nicki. You didn't do anything.
Right, you didn't do anything
drastic. Herself in the movie,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it was Ludacris in the Hustle and Flow. You played yourself.
Like when Kendrick, I just watched Power. When Kendrick was in Power, I'm oh, okay.
Yeah,
got some skills.
I was impressed with that,
He's a crackhead. This is not Kendrick that we know, you know what I mean? So he had to actually have some sort of talent to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Nicki just woke up and was they're we don't even give you a script. Just go in there and just talk.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So.
And he even said he worked on that character for a couple of years, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Before being comfortable putting on screen.
Yeah, you can tell. He did a great job. He killed it.
He killed it, yeah. I was damn, Kendrick, okay.
Hopefully that opens up doors.
Black Panther sequel, let's get it.
You're going too far now.
Hey, he did a soundtrack for it.
He did, but you know what? You can't teach hype. He's just a little too short for that role.
Well, I'm not saying for him to play Black Panther. I'm just saying being like a cast member in general.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep the crown on Chadwick Boseman.
He can do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Nicki, I feel like, it's not about rap and music anymore for her. She's got to find some other lane. We know that you're that sex symbol. We know that you can put out music and it's going to be, you're going to get some reaction, whatever. But to get the crazy sales like you were getting before and to have the whole world like, oh my God, Nicki. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that time's over.
Yeah, her.
I'll still be like, oh my God, Nicki.
Right. Because you're a diehard. I get it. That's fair. Yeah. It's funny because I've talked to other diehard fans and they're not rocking with her the same way that they were before.
And now we got Cardi, so Cardi's like,
Right.
And I still rock with Nicki more than Cardi, but Cardi's new, so now her story is being told. Exactly. It's like a little Kim. It's like when Nicki first came. Everybody was so curious, like, oh my God, what makes her so different, and what makes how she come from the mud to get to where she is. So, and
to be fair, I find, and I'm not even a Nicki fan to be honest, but I find her to be a better rapper than Cardi B. I think Cardi B is more about personality. I think she has a more of a engaging, entertaining personality than Nicki, in my opinion. Like, Cardi B is the type of person where if she had a podcast, I'd probably tune in, to be honest.
Wasn't she? She was on Love and Hip Hop too.
She was, yeah.
So as you can see, that's why she has a personality. That's why she was able to get on there, and do her thing. And before that, she was, she was dancing and stuff like that. So all that builds personality, and she just rolled it into one Cardi B. So, and we love her for that.
Yeah, and I always find it hilarious that Nicki Minaj always seems to have a problem with other female MCs when they are reaching her level of popularity. Like, we saw this with Cardi, we've seen this with Iggy Azalea.
But you know what's weird? It's like, I don't know if it's not. I feel like it's not just Nicki Minaj. Every female rapper has that problem, and I feel like with guys, when other people start reaching their pinnacle or getting close to them, we have like a little ego, but we don't show it like women do.
Right.
And it's just like when you have a whole bunch of women together, and one person's looking like this and the other person, they just start to get catty around each other. And it's the same thing.
Right.
At the end of the day, they still are women and they still have their emotions and they still want to be the center of attention amongst themselves or amongst their friends. So when a female comes, and they're just as promising or getting to their level, they're like, hold on, nobody's looking at me anymore?
Yeah, exactly. But you know what, though? I happen to find that in the 90s, maybe up until the early 2000s, I felt like there's more unity
it was more
with the female
they're
rappers.
Trying to put each other on and do different things like that.
Like, there's so many female rapper, posse cuts from the 90s that came out, even in the early 2000s as well. Like, you had a few of them that were beefing with each other, like Lil' Kim and Foxy, which is kind of a shame because they're both from New York or whatever. But, beyond that, there wasn't a whole lot. But in this current era, from I would say the later 2000s up until now, it's always been, there's only supposed to be one female rapper and anyone else is trying to come up with you're cut. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Nicki always preaches about female empowerment, this, that, and the third, but we've never seen her collaborate with another female rapper outside of Cardi B, because that was politics.
Oh, yeah.
And then most recently with Foxy Brown on this current album right now. But that could be a little bit of a dig at Lil' Kim because they know that they have issues from way back in the past. But beyond that, outside of an R&B feature, I haven't seen Nicki collaborate with any female rapper or even kind of take another female rapper under her wing per se. So it's where's this female empowerment energy coming from? It's fraudulent in my opinion. And that's probably another reason why I can't really rock with Nicki in that regard.
Well, the thing is, she still has a career, so maybe she doesn't want to do any of that kind of stuff until she's decided to hang them up. Who knows? She might have a little female group after her or whatever it is, because a lot of these artists, they go into producing or doing different things behind the scenes, right? So who knows?
Right. And I think that's what she should be doing going forward if that's the case, because right now, I feel like, I don't know, man, I feel like we've kind of exhausted the Nicki Harajuku Barbie gimmick for this long, right? You've run out of steam. You're kind of being a Carmella right now at this point. You've had your run. It was cool, but you got to hang it up.